Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Daily Hope. My name is Pastor Justin Domino, and today I want to talk to you about judgment and pushing judgment onto other people. Jesus had a very famous saying that many people remember, and it comes from Matthew chapter 7, verse 3, when he said this. He said, "Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye?" Now, this is a very straightforward saying of Jesus that says that it's so easy to judge other people for their sins. But before we judge others, we have to look at our own sins and recognize that, yes, we are sinful too. We are guilty too, just like other people. But there's a quote from a man named John English that I think really pushes deeper into this issue that we have. And he said this. He said, "Those things that we cannot accept in ourselves, we often project upon other people. And once this projection is made, then I don't need to be upset with myself because my problems are now outside of myself and I can fight them out there rather than within the real arena, myself." And what he's saying is that oftentimes if we hate gossip or if we hate pride, usually we hate that because we're projecting that onto other people. If we see somebody who's gossiping, we're gonna say we hate that person or we hate gossip because we're the ones that actually struggle with gossip and we hate that about ourselves. And so rather than confronting that sin in our own lives, we just project that onto other people and we deal with it out there. But what Jesus is saying is before we go judge other people for what they're doing, even if it's the same thing we're doing, we have to look at what are my actions, what are my thoughts, what's going on in my life. I don't want to get angry with the world before I get angry with myself. And the best thing about this is that when we confront these sins, when we focus on what we are struggling with, not what other people are struggling with, God gives us this great moment of grace and mercy that we can find in our own lives. Really, what being a follower of Jesus is all about is, yes, there's problems in our culture, there's problems with other people and their sins, but most of all, it is this personal relationship that we have with Jesus that we are trying to be more like Him every single day. So I want to challenge you today, before you go judge the world, before you go judge other people, let's judge ourselves and find freedom and redemption by the grace of God. Let me pray for you today. God, we love you and we thank you for your goodness and your mercy and your grace over our lives. God, I pray specifically over judgment right now. Yes, there are times where we need to be judgmental into making the right decisions or who we hang out with, whatever it is. But God, we don't want to have a judgmental spirit over our lives, that we judge everybody, every time, over everything. But God, help us to see our own sins and to take care of those before you, to find grace and mercy and redemption. We thank you for your love and your kindness over our lives. It's in your name I pray. Amen. Well, have a great day, New Hope. God bless.